It is what it is.
Well, that's facts. That's for facts. That's for facts. So, like I said, closure, I mean, it seems to be a consensus on closure, but because we're on the outside talking about it.
Right.
But when you're in that situation, like, it's a real thing. Like, people really need that. Like, they yearn for the closure. So, what really is behind it? Like, is it usually ulterior motives behind the closure? Is it never really fully genuine closure they need? Is it more to the closure they're asking for?
I think I will speak for myself, right? Because I think that's what a lot of times what we do is we try to speak in general because we're afraid to admit that these are our own personal experiences and feelings. So I will say that in my personal experience, it wasn't that I was necessarily looking for closure. Like, it was like, first of all, I wasn't saying that I didn't want to fuck with you no more. So I'm really still trying to fuck with you, right?
I don't understand.
So first, I'm
Right.
actually really trying to fuck with you. So okay, let's get past that, right? But then once I realized, like, they, kind of like felt like no, like. And I thought about, and I actually thought about things that they said when everything was cool, when everything was good. I thought about the things that they said, like, if patterns of behavior continue or these patterns of behavior happen, I'm gonna feel a certain type of way, and that's just shit. That's gonna be that. So after I was trying to, like, no, I'm actually trying to fuck with you, I realized, like, no, I displayed a pattern of behavior that this person is not going to be receptive to. It was like, damn. Damn. So then my initial thing is, like, I'm not looking for closure, but I do miss you. I do want to talk to you, but I do understand that dynamic is over. But I still miss you and I still want to talk to you. Yeah. But all right, I'll leave it alone because clearly you ain't fucking with me, and that's just
I think it comes down to accepting, that ending. And I think if you're able to accept it, then maybe you won't look for closure. Me, in my personal experience, I didn't accept the ending. And it's because, like I said, it was just so many different things that was thrown at me where it was like, damn, what really happened? Because I know I'm amazing. So I'm like, how did this happen? How did this not work? I need answers. But, realizing the person I was dealing with, I accepted that I'm not going to get that. So it's like, I made the decision to sever ties because this person wanted to be friends. And it's like, hell no. Like, you can't even give me a clear.
Right. But how? No, because friendships, like, in a friendship, you work on making sure your friend understands your feelings about something, so then y'all can be clear, like, okay, I still don't like it, but I do understand, and we have that clarity. You can't expect me to move on as your friend without you offering that friendship level of clarity.
Yeah, or it's like, why you want to be my friend for one?
And that's what I'm listen.
Look, so like I said, I was deeply seeking a closure, so much that we, like, for like at least a year or two, like, we remained in contact and we would go back and forth. It was a repeated cycle, and I know the cycle was repeating itself because I was still in it looking for that closure, as well as this person wasn't really sure if they wanted to depart or not. So it just made it all messy at the end of the day.
Well, like my issue I have with the closure thing, like, my personal thing that I had to deal with when it came to closure was, like, the same female who hit me up, or females who hit me up over closure, were ones that when we first went our separate ways, they'll publicly bash you, to their friends, their family, things like that, delete you off social medias and things like that. And so at that time, it's like, now you just this big bad wolf, like, you did all these terrible things, or the case may be. But then a little time go by, a couple months go by, now they want to be your friend, but they want to be your friend in private. They want to hit you up personally, XYZ, but they can't say nothing to you on social media or add you back on their page. Everybody looking at you like you just this big bad guy, and all that you paint me out to be. But now on the under, you trying to hit me up, ask me little things about, what went wrong, and this, that, and the other. But and all your friends and family, I'm just a big bad guy. But now all of a sudden you need all the closure from this big bad guy. If you said I was all these bad things when we first split up, that's a closure you needed, right?
Right.
No,
or was it your false closure you tried to put out there so you didn't look like you fell in love with somebody who didn't fall, but who didn't fulfill what you wanted in a relationship? Because you probably seen some for life shit with me. And then I probably thought the same thing too for a minute.
For a minute.
But the fucking candle blew out. The candle didn't stay lit for me, it blew out for me, but it stayed lit for you. So now, because yours is still lit, mine blew out. Now I gotta be the fucking big bad wolf to everybody around you.
It was a trick candle, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? So
I thought I blew it.
Right.
She just came back on. Wait a minute.
And that's my part to where I feel more inclined like to decline the closure you're looking for, because like I said, when shit didn't work out, I got painted a terrible picture out here. Like, you trying to fucking slander my name. I'm the person, I'm a good guy. You get what I'm saying? I don't go out here purposely hurting nobody, shit like that. Yeah, I ain't the best. I'm still a nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't go out here purposely trying to fuck over nobody, no shit like that. But if it don't work with you because you so overly emotional, you so attached to me, now I gotta be this big bad wolf. So basically trying to basically kill my future business because you in your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Don't give no bad reviews. Like, when you was here, you was locked in, you didn't say shit bad. But as soon as I didn't need your services, like, oh, you're not a welcome partner here anymore. Now all of a sudden, oh, this service is terrible, and this, that, and the other. God, don't call me no goddamn closure now. You ain't no reference out of me. Shit. I hope you don't have no good relationships after this. God damn it. You gave yourself 10 years of bad luck. Right. Trying to slander my name. That's what come along with slandering my name. 10 years of bad luck. God damn it. Right? But that would happen when you do good people wrong, man. Like, you can't do good people wrong like the old saying say, don't burn bridges, you gotta cross back over, right?
Okay, like, if someone was that malicious, right, to slander your name because you didn't fulfill like the minimal relationship goal, imagine if it would have been more than that, right? Like how on I Gotta Save My Life, where the mom was telling her daughters that their dad had sexually molested them when they was little. And
I ain't never watched any of it, so
no, this is a clip that's going around on Facebook or whatever, but it was a mom who told her daughters that her father that their father was molesting them when they were little, and they did a lie detector test, and the truth came out. Dad never touched the girls, and mother intentionally told lie. I mean, what else is it? If daddy is never did that, like, what? And then her response to that was like, "Why you didn't fight harder for them?" Wait, what? What do you mean fight harder? You are paying me to be a monster. I will go to jail, and then when I get in jail, I'm not coming out.
Right, I'm going under that motherfucker.
And they weren't together anymore, right?
No, it was because they weren't because the relationship had ended.
That's the venom that's hard for us men to deal with. Like, if we don't work out, just let it don't work out. You don't have to trash this man moving forward in his life, because like it's a lot of accusations that can go on a man that he could never recover from. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
your kids.
And then like, and people know this and they will throw that on you. And even if you get found clear, nothing ever happened, yada yada yada, that's all gonna be attributed to you. You get me? And it's like it's fucked up the way it works, but we take that chance when we deal with women and their emotions. And a lot of times, like us men, like you say, oh, you got her pregnant, so you got to deal with it. Like, you fucked up what you was doing. Like, a lot of times you deal with a chick and you see, okay, look, the way we fucking around, you might end up pregnant, might end up being together long term, yada yada. But I see your crazy side is gonna be a problem for me later. So let me back out of it now. I can't just sit there and just tell you how crazy you really are. So I gotta dumb it down how crazy I think you are, so I can leave out of this motherfucker still with a little bit of sanity. I know, okay, I told her she's crazy, but I didn't disrespect her when I said it. But because she knows she a little crazy too, she heard it before. Now all of a sudden, oh, this nigga calling me crazy, you think I'm crazy? Look at you.
Right.
You can't even take constructive criticism. I'm trying to tell you how to calm yourself, be better for the next person. Because clearly I'm not the one. Right. No matter how crazy they are, right? But they'll take toxic. They do toxic, but they can't take crazy. That's crazy in itself.
Yeah, all that's crazy.
Like, when did toxic become a cool thing to be?
When it sounded like a masculine term.
Man. Fuck that.
Toxic, because before we were using the word just toxic, it was we were talking about toxic masculinity and how it was affecting everybody. And then it starts to be like, well, women are toxic too. So now we drop the masculinity part and everybody is just...
Yeah, I just base it off energy. I don't base
No,
it off
and that's exactly what it is. But I'm just thinking about how it developed and how it became a popular term and why people are using it so frequently. Why is toxic now, out of all the words in the dictionary, people the term that people want to use? And then it started because we were always talking about the patriarchy in this society and how it is based in toxic masculinity.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, that's a good one, man. Like I said, that closure thing is heavy. Yeah. It's heavy, man. Like, and I don't know, man. I just don't put so much emphasis on it because I don't need no goddamn closure. Like, once I'm done, I'm done. You know, you go your way, and the way I am, I'm actually gonna wish you the best in your next relationship. Like, I'm not gonna stop you from getting your closure.
So wait, does it matter if you're the one to leave or she's the one to leave, or are you just like?
Honestly, it don't matter. Like, honestly, like I'm gonna tell you, like my ex I had, like I still got feelings for her, like as a friend, like 'cause I want to see her move forward, to have good energy in her relationship, things like that. So it's like I got feelings for her on the level of I want to see you prosper, like, you know what I'm saying, like in your next situation. Cause I never type like I don't hold hard feelings for situations don't work out. Because I know every situation ain't meant to be. Right. You know, but I appreciate the time that we had, and when we're together, like, you know, we had a good situation, but I really didn't appreciate it at the time. Right. So I kind of chased her off what it was. But then after I lost her, I didn't go hitting her back up for closure. You know, I realized what I lost, so I hit her back up, you know, because I'll open that door again trying to get back in there. You know what I'm saying? But by then, she had closed the door. You know what I'm saying? Because her feelings already hurt, and she like, you ain't gonna do me like that again. We'll do. Fine, you know, I accepted that.
Right. So
it was what it was.
So you don't think that little bit of you being who you are, you've been, you know, a decent person, like she's not gonna take that as like, okay, like, you know, it caused just a little bit confusion so much that she's like, she may be seeking closure, she say, but she's really trying to figure out, you know, where you guys truly stand. You know, what's the potential to come from this?
You know what? I think sometimes women don't understand that sometimes men are like, they're not mentally there, right? Like, you could have been like, as far as whatever you was probably going through in your life that would had you making decisions that weren't valuing the relationship that you were in. Right, like, because like you said, in hindsight you saw it, right? But whatever you were going through at the time didn't allow you to see whatever you already had. So, and it could just be, you know, it wasn't supposed to work or whatever the case may be. But, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think women don't take that into consideration. Like, men go through shit too. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, their focus is just somewhere else.
Yeah. And that's true because, like, so when it comes to me, like, my issue was, like, I think about people in my life that me doing things will affect their lives as well. So, like, I have children with different women. Yeah. Right? So, when I start dealing with another woman, it's like hard for me to move a certain way with a new woman because I know if we got too serious or we end up having a child or the case may be, it's going to affect these other children's mothers emotionally. So my thing is, I more so try to push them to get into a relationship before I move forward. You know what I'm saying? So that way, I have some leverage. Like, look, you got somebody, so why are you worried about what I'm doing? So I do rather them get into a relationship so I ain't got to have it on my conscience like, that motherfucker, she going to be a drama-filled situation later because I know she got feelings for me still. And even though we ain't been together in yada amount of time, but I know where her head is. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's like, I still got to consider all these things. So when I'm dealing with this woman that I'm dating, it's hard for her to even get the full me because I'm still considering people that's not got into our situation, but it's going to affect them. You know what I'm saying? And in turn, it'll come back and affect me.
I mean, you're a nice, caring guy, but at the same time, it's like, you know, people they just gotta know their place and where it is and where it's not, and let it be. I mean,
right? Yeah. I mean, I guess because I fear.
But it's kids involved, so that I think that makes it more challenging, you know. And I can't relate personally, but just, you know, seeing certain people's situations, it's like, okay, I think I understand, you know, a bit.
And I think my reason is because I fear being a baby daddy. Like, I don't want that baby daddy, baby mama stereotypical drama type of shit I'm have going on. Like, nah, this is my child, but I'm the child's father. We got a relationship where we deal with each other, things like that. But it's like, I don't want that drama-filled situation to where it's like the stereotypical black baby daddy, baby mama, where we gotta be feud and all this shit because somebody moved on and now you don't like my girl and your dude's the issue to me. Like, no, like that's too stereotypical for us. Like, it's good to where we can have our child's party and I can pull up my girl and your dude's there and we just chilling like it's no problem. Like, that's the thing. If it don't work out between us, that's the way it should go. It shouldn't be like, oh nah, this mother don't need to come. What they gotta come for? Like, because they about to be in this child's life as well. This somebody I chose to be with, they in this child's life. What, just like the dudes you chose, go be in this child's life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. So I'm treading out. This motherfucker is off the wall, or my kid complaining about yada yada yada. Then okay, now I got right to be on that asshole level. But if there ain't no problem, the only problem is you just jealous.
And that's, I was gonna say that, you know, it's the envy. Like, and I, you know, as a woman, I don't think I relate to most women, but I feel like a lot of women are very envious, like, of a lot of things. And I think it just comes down to leverage and setting boundaries in those situations.
Right.
Like, you know, women, they gonna always feel how they feel, no matter what it comes down to. But I think, I mean, you could tell them what it is, and they still gonna feel how they feel. So it's kind of like it's a tough situation, but I guess it just matters how you deal with them, you know, in those moments.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, so look,